friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan and today we are doing another haul. So I have quite a few books here to share with you. I've got some special edition books from book boxes. I've got some books from the Dollar Tree. I've got some books my parents brought me from a yard sale, and I have a few books that I did pre-order and or buy during a sale. So I've got a lot to share, so without further ado, let's jump into it. We're gonna start with my Dollar Tree haul, just because I think it's pretty cool how many books I was able to get from the Dollar Tree. And if you aren't aware, the Dollar Tree is a store in America that used to be everything is sold for $1. Now it's $1.25. I don't know why they don't call it the $1.25 tree. But yeah, everything is $1.25 now, and I always find, not always, but I've recently found some really good books there. So the first one I grabbed is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. This is the first book of a trilogy that is kind of contemporary fairy tale retellings. We have Geekerella, which is a retelling of Cinderella. Then we have The Princess and the Fanboy or something like that, and then we have Beauty and the Book. Wow, I am failing at telling you what these are, but this one looks a lot of fun. There's some like multimedia aspects. It looks like maybe some like text and or emails, and I can't wait to read it because it looks super fun. Next, I picked up this book called We Rule the Night by Claire Eliza Bartlett. On the back it says, "Their realm is the night, their realm is the air, the union's women fly for you, even unto death. The world began to darken, a massive shape dispelled the dust and ash, death streaming in for a final kiss. Certainty seized her like a vice, certainty that she was going to die. And it might be for her fate, it might even be what the union had expected of her. But it wasn't what she wanted." So that sounded super interesting. And for $1.25, I thought that was a great deal. Next, I picked up Most Likely by Sarah Watson. I believe this is like a contemporary LGBTQIA+ representation book. It says, "My friends will tell you that they always knew that out of all of us, I was always the most likely to end up here. Respectfully and with love, I think they're full of crap. The truth is, if someone had told me back in high school that this is where my life would lead, I never would have believed it. In some ways, I still can't believe it's about to happen." So I don't know what this character was most likely to end up doing, but that little synopsis was intriguing, and most importantly, or rather what really pulled me in, was it is blurbed by Lauren Graham, who plays Lorelai in Gilmore Girls, and I've recently gotten super into Gilmore Girls, so I love Lauren Graham and I can't wait to read this one. Next one is Tears of Frost by Bree Barton. This is actually the second book of a series. I did not know that till I got home and registered it into my like physical TBR sheet. If you guys want to see a video on that, I'm happy to do it, but I also did a short TikTok of it on my TikTok at Mythical Megan. But this says, "When the moon is weeping, the witches do their reaping," and that is what drew me in, which is why I snagged it for $1.25. Next is Forged in Fire and Stars by Andrea Robertson. I did not need to see more than this cover to grab it, so that is why I grabbed it, which is very, very hypocritical of me because I just did a huge unhaul where I got rid of books that I said I only grabbed for the cover, but here we are. Next, I got The Jewel Thief by Jeannie Mobley, and this is Paris 1673, an angry monarch, an ambitious daughter, a stolen diamond, and eternal love. So this sounded like a historical fiction fantasy, and I thought it sounded intriguing. I think I have replaced my like, "oh, I'm so excited to read it" with "it sounded intriguing." So sorry, my vocabulary is not very extensive. The final book I picked up from the Dollar Tree is Re-Entry. I don't know if this is the first or second or so on so forth book in a series, but it is compared with like The Martian and Red Rising and those sort of things. So that's why I snagged it, because I think it's like a sci-fi dystopian and it sounded interesting. Now moving on to the books my parents brought me back from a yard sale. It was mostly manga, but I'm excited for them nonetheless. The first one is volume 1 of Blackbird. I don't know anything about this at all, but I wanted to snag it while it was cheap because I think they got all these books for like 25 cents, so super cheap. First, a volume of Blackbird. Then I got volumes 1 and 2 of Witch and Wizard, and this looks like a fun graphic novel series. Then I got Red Queen, which I've been actually trying to collect for quite some time now. This is a series by Victoria Aveyard. And finally, I got volumes 4, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, and 14 of Fruits Basket. And if you know me and you've been watching my channel, you know I really enjoy Fruits Basket, so I was super excited to get physical copies of these. Next, we'll do my special edition book box books. Skip to this time if you have no interest in seeing these, just in case there might be a spoiler. I believe these are all April books. Don't quote me on that, just in case, but I believe these are all April. First up, we have the April Adult Fairy Loot book, and that was The City of Dusk by Tara Sim, and this one pulled me in right from the get-go. I actually have a different copy of this because I wanted it so badly and I didn't know it was going to be the adult book. But it says, for each realm there is a god, and for each god there is an heir. So we have like royalty, we've got gods. I can't wait to pick this one up, you guys. The April Illumicrate was Portrait of a Thief. This is a little uncommon for an Illumicrate book. Typically they stay in the fantasy sci-fi genre, but for this month I guess they went with a mystery thriller contemporary. And in this one we have a character trying to steal a priceless piece of art and recruits misfits to help him or something along those lines. I said, oh, maybe there was some fantasy elements because it says Will could hear the sirens. They sounded like, oh, I'm stupid. That's like car sirens, like a cop car siren, not siren as in mermaid. Okay. Will could hear the sirens. They sounded like a promise. And that is the synopsis, or like little blurb for that. I was just outside and I feel like I have a spider in my hair. Ah, I want to make myself itchy. I hate that feeling. Ah. Okay, and the April Fairy Loot books for the young adult. Yes, I said books. We got 2. First main book was Blood Scion by Deborah Falaye, and this is what they deserve. They wanted me to be a monster. I will be the worst monster they ever created. And this like cover just kind of reminds me of Avatar, so I'm super excited to get into this one. And then the second book, which was just kind of an add-on paperback, it was An Arrow to the Moon. Absolutely gorgeous edition. This is by Emily XR Pond, who also wrote, I think, I'm blanking on the name now, but it's like got a bird on the cover and it's a beautiful something. I'm blanking. But this is I believe a Chinese Romeo and Juliet retelling. Next, we'll do books that were gifted / given to me. The first one, I received this in the mail from a friend, and it's by Jessie Q Sutanto. This is Dial A for Aunties. I actually read this back in March or April. Really enjoyed it. It's a rom-com story about a girl who accidentally ends up killing her blind date and recruits the help of her 4 aunties to get rid of the dead body, and it's hilarious. I highly recommend. And then I also received in the mail How to Be the Best Third Wheel. This was, I believe, a unsolicited send, but I'm super excited about it. This is from Wattpad Books, and it just looks like a fun teen fiction rom-com, and I can't wait to read it. So this is coming out actually this month, so maybe I'll pick this up soon so I can do a quick review on it. It's May 3rd, so it should be out already. Then are the books I pre-ordered. I ended up pre-ordering Electra, which is the book club Barnes & Noble pick of the month, and it is by Jennifer Saint, who also wrote Ariadne, or Ariadne, I never know how to pronounce it. This is just another Greek mythology retelling, and I love Greek mythology, so I had to snag this one. Next, I grabbed Misrule by Heather Walter. This is the sequel to Malice, and Malice is one of my favorite books of last year, as well as one of the books for our book club for the Lost Books Club, so I'm very excited to read the sequel. If you don't know, Malice is a sapphic retelling of Sleeping Beauty, so yes. And finally, for my pre-orders, I picked up A Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I don't know what this one is about specifically, but I really loved Beach Read by Emily Henry. I still need to read People We Met on Vacation, or People We Meet on Vacation, I think is the actual name. But I'm super excited for this one because I think Emily Henry is a really good author. I love romance, so yes, perfect summer read. And down to my last 3 books. These are books I just got on sale for a sale. Wow. Such intelligent words just came out of my mouth just now. So down to the last 3. I'm just going to share this one really quick because this wasn't actually during a sale, but I can't remember if I've shared it in my last haul or not. So we're going to just talk about it really quickly. I picked up I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. This is Casey's first young adult novel, so I'm super excited to get to it. But I believe the premise of the story is that anyone who kisses Shara Wheeler disappears the next day, or Shara disappears, or something along those lines, and I'm super excited to pick it up. Alright, down to our last 2 books. Target was having a buy one get one half off sale, so of course I had to pick up just 2 books. I stayed within a normal limit. The first I picked up is Lockdown on London Lane. I actually received this as an e-arc for NetGalley and did not get to it in time, so I want to pick it up, read it, and then review it on NetGalley so I don't keep ruining my NetGalley score. I don't know what this is about, but I believe that 4 people get locked in an apartment and it's a mystery rom-com. Could be completely wrong, but yes. And finally, a book I've been waiting for forever, so excited about it, The Book by Jasmine Guillory. If you don't know what this is, the Disney Hyperion adult romance group has come out with a series, and I'm blanking on the name of the series, but the first book in the series was If the Shoe Fits, and that is a like romance contemporary Cinderella retelling in which a girl ends up going on a bachelorette-esque show, and this one is by the book. I don't know the exact premise, but it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I'm so excited for it, you guys, because If the Shoe Fits was so good, and I just know this one's gonna be just as good, if not better, because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite. So excited for this one. Hey guys, so I have a quick little end to this because these just arrived in the mail today, and I didn't know they were coming today, but I'm gonna share them. So first we got Master and Apprentice, which is Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and then we got Brotherhood, which is Obi-Wan and Anakin. So I'm gonna try to get these read before Obi-Wan starts on May 27th. Yay, I'm so excited about these. I just did a little crab dance. I was so excited. You guys should have seen it. I was like, yeah. Alright, cool. End of the video. But those are all the books I've hauled recently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you've hauled recently, and I'll check in with you in the next one. Bye, friends.